Previously on Cybernations.
Hello citizens, and welcome to Cybernations Quarterly, bringing you the news once a week, every day. Our dedicated team of journalists give you everything you need to know about war, peace, alliances, reparations, espionage, celebrities, and low-fat cooking. We tour the world, see the battle zones, know what to wear, and have dinner with your world leaders. And now, here's the news! As always, we start with news from the front. Ever since the Initiative Fan War, the Federation has been warning the Order that they had a series of sleeper cell nations in hiding that would strike out against Pacifica. Recently, one such cell was discovered to be residing in the Orc Armada, with one member rising to the level of Director of Security. The group of 8 was discovered by officers of the Bureau of Pacifican Intelligence, and the sleeper cell then attacked various nations with nuclear weapons, with Fan Representative Atrophis promising more to come. The group of 8 is on their way to ZI, but only the Federation knows what's in store for Pacifica. In the other end of the Pacific, there is yet another battle being waged. The New Pacific Order declared war upon BDC over the issue of espionage. Many international observers did chastise the Order for not providing evidence, but Sandenführer Dilbert did provide logs in the thread which did placate many. The BDC surrendered within a few days, and Dilbert was appointed Viceroy over the BDC with no reparations required. The Viceroy's first actions were to suspend the government, treaties, and organize an aid fund to help the nations in Bill Lock. As of this episode, Viceroy Dilbert reinstated several treaties, government members, and stated that the BDC would be focusing on activity, not recruiting during this transitional period. And finally, the Global Alliance and Treaty Organization has surrendered to the New Pacific Order. Surrender terms included an indefinite viceroy in the personage of Kuna, no reparations, and releasing of all prisoners of war from the conflict. One of the plans for rebuilding Gato involved setting up tech deals between Gato and the New Pacific Order. The Viceroy stated in an interview that this would give NPO and Gato members face-to-face time with each other, allowing the two alliances to rebuild the trust and friendship they once shared. Once again, peace reigns. And now, a look at the Pacifica Polaris dispute. There appeared to be trouble between the two orders several weeks ago, but mostly from innuendo and rumors around treaties and backroom diplomacy. To put a stop to the rumors, Emperors Electron Sponge and Revenge issued a joint statement stating that no alliance could come between them. Shortly thereafter, the New Polar Order was expelled from the One Vision Treaty, and 2 members of Blue, which includes charter member Polaris, left the bloc to join One Vision. Despite this, Pacifica insisted that the Ordinance of the Orders, the longest continual treaty in Cybernations history, would stand, reaffirming that no one would come between the orders. However, history would show that there was already a division present between the emperors, and no outside interference was necessary. The schism came to a head when Electron Sponge made public a whispering campaign orchestrated by Sandenführer Dilbert of the New Pacific Order. The campaign focused on logs that cast Polaris leaders as attempting to isolate the Pacificans diplomatically to reduce their sphere of influence. Two noted Pacificans, Doppelganger and Deutzel, made more information public, as did Dilber, Emperor Revenge, and Philosopher. Brought up was Electron Sponge part in the Moldavi Rebellion and Emperor Revenge's perceived weak leadership. The situation came to a head when Electron Sponge released full logs from the Moldavi Rebellion that included Emperor Revenge's out-of-character medical history. At this point, the Ordinance of the Orders was cancelled, and it appeared that non-ordered tanks may roll into Polaris. However, Emperor Sponge fled, and the Regent used his authority to appoint Emperor Emeritus Tigaland to the throne, who abdicated and appointed former NAAC leader Almighty Grub. This is the first time that an Artican has become an Emperor of an Order, although since Grub has spent about half his time in Polaris, many consider him only half Artican or Artican Polarian. Regardless, a historic achievement for the changed candidate, as Emperor Grub expressed regret at the actions of the previous Emperor and emphasized that he served Polaris and no other. Both orders are working toward re-achieving the trust and unity renowned between these alliances, but it will remain to be seen if the relationship can survive an unprecedented public airing of dirty laundry. Emperor Revenge had the following to say about Sponge's actions.
Time to bow, curtains finally closing, that was quite a show, very entertaining, but it's over now.
But, once again, peace reigns. And now, remember the past.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
There is no future, there is no past. Thank God this moment's not the last. There's only us, there's only this. Forget, regret, or life is yours to miss. No other road, no other way, no day but today.
Up next, the Treaty Ticker. First off, C&Q offers a congratulations to Tool and the Greenland Republic for creating the first optional semi-non-aggression pact in the game. Oh snap! Also, Element and MASH have signed NDOAP, Valhalla and MXC have signed the Viking Credo, the BDC has left the Black Peace Initiative, and Torn and VE have signed an MADP. Huzzah to the newlyweds! And now, a message from our sponsor, the Viridian Entente.
Start of the end of the world, but it's feeling just like every other morning before. Now I wonder what my life is gonna mean if it's gone. The cars are moving like a half a mile an hour, and I started staring at the passengers and waving goodbye. Can you tell me what was ever really special about me all this time? But I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. Well, I believe it all is coming to an end. Oh well, I guess we're gonna pretend. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come.
And finally, news you can use. It's summer and you probably want a cool, sweet treat, but not all the fat. Simply freeze your favorite organic juice and make a popsicle that satisfies your worst cravings. That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching Cybernations Quarterly, bringing you the news once a week, every day.